taking you to Sydney. In fact, just stand by here, everyone, because we might be beginning this media conference. Let's just stay with this just for the time being. We're going to go to a break. We'll go back to the rhythmic gymnastics very soon, but let's just stay with this because it looks like an announcement is imminent as far as a new historic broadcast deal, which involves the Seven Network. Big Bash action in both the men's and women's, and Test cricket over the summer that you'll see on the screens of Seven. It's a really exciting day and Australia's #1 summer sport. So we are just standing by for Cricket Australia Chief Executive James Sutherland to enter the media conference with a number of executives who are part of the new broadcast rights arrangement. And, well, as I said, it's an exciting day for all of us because it's going to be a big 6 years and it's effective immediately. And certainly the summer ahead with India, who are super competitive, and a 4-test series there against the Indians. And also, now James Sutherland enters the room, also 2 tests against Sri Lanka, as well as the Big Bash in the men's and women's. James Sutherland, Tim Warner there behind James, the CEO of Seven West Media, and Patrick Delaney, the CEO of Foxtel. Stand by, everyone, and we're about to take you to James Sutherland, the Cricket Australia CEO, on this very historic and exciting day for the Seven Network, the new home of cricket.
Right, thanks, Tim. Thanks everyone for joining us. I'm very sorry to keep you all waiting on a Friday afternoon, but that's what happens sometimes when you're trying to finalise something very important and significant like this. As you can see, I'm joined here by Patrick Delaney on my left, the CEO of Foxtel, and the Chief Executive of Seven West Media, Tim Warner. And at the outset, I'd just like to say how pleased I am to announce that Cricket Australia has reached a 6-year partnership with both Foxtel and Seven for our next domestic broadcast arrangements. This landmark partnership will allow cricket fans to have access to more cricket coverage than ever before. We welcome Seven to cricket for the first time ever as a partner, and we welcome Fox Sports back to the Australian cricket family. The overall economic value of this deal will be almost $1.2 billion over 6 years. Men's international cricket will take new shape with Seven and Fox Sports each broadcasting all Test matches throughout the summer, and Fox Sports will exclusively broadcast men's one-day and T20 internationals. Women's cricket has been placed at the forefront of this partnership with all women's international matches and 23 Rebel Women's Big Bash League matches to be broadcast live on Seven and on Fox Sports. This is an unprecedented level of coverage for women's sport in Australia, and we're very confident it will inspire young girls and women to pick up a ball and a bat and play cricket. On the domestic front, in addition to the Women's Big Bash League, Seven will broadcast 43 Big Bash League matches, while Fox will exclusively broadcast 16 matches, and the 43 matches will be simulcast on both Seven and Fox. Additionally, Fox will broadcast Prime Minister's 11 matches, the Governor-General 11's matches, along with the JLT One Day Cup and JLT Sheffield Shield Final. Fox Sports will also form a new digital partnership with Cricket Australia's digital arm, the Cricket Network. This partnership will bring more content than ever before to the CA Live Pass and cricket.com.au subscribers. We're very pleased to and excited about what the future holds in partnership with both Fox and Seven. And whilst it's too early for us to have fully absorbed what this new investment will mean for cricket, it's clear that this new deal will help power our strategy. Adopted last year, this national strategy has a particular focus on making more meaningful contributions for fans and to community cricket through our programs and further development of cricket facilities. We'd like to acknowledge all parties who took part in this process. It's fair to say that the interest in our rights during these last few weeks have been at an all-time high. Our thanks go to Channel 9 who for more than 40 years has broadcast international cricket at a world-class standard, and in so doing has done more to promote cricket in Australia than any other organisation ever. Our sincere thanks also to Network 10 for their role in taking the Big Bash to a new level, and for so willingly providing a platform to launch the Women's Big Bash League. As a start-up league, the Big Bash League is a phenomenal success story, and over the last 5 years, 10 has made an extraordinary contribution to the league and its growth in bringing new fans to cricket. We've nothing but gratitude and respect for 9 and 10 and sincerely thank them for their contribution to our sport. I'd also like to acknowledge our media rights team at Cricket Australia, led by Ben Amarfio, Steph Beltrami and Nikki Linney, for all their hard work in securing this partnership for cricket. And finally, I'd like to thank Patrick and Tim for joining us today for this announcement. We thank them very much for their confidence in cricket. We're genuinely excited about our new partnership with Fox and Seven, and we now look forward to working with them as we grow cricket as Australia's favourite sport and a sport for all Australians. Before we take questions, I'd like to now pass over to Patrick, and he'd like to say a few words, and then Tim. Thank you.
Thanks very much, James. It's been a couple of years we've been coveting to get back into the game of cricket, and you know, our roots in cricket go right back to covering the Australian team whenever it tours. In 2011, we, together with Cricket Australia, reinvented the Big Bash League. All of those innovations that you see today, a lot of them, the zingers, sumps, the drones, mics on players, all of that stuff comes from the Fox spirit. It's something that we love to do with sports. When we get involved with a sport like these rights allow us to do, we see it through fans' eyes and take it to another level, and we hope we do that together with the Seven Network. Fox will be the only place you can see every ball of every over played all summer. We will have a dedicated 24-hour-a-day channel, Fox Cricket, and we have credentials on what we do with these things through Fox Footy and Fox League. It'll be very, very exciting. We're looking forward to getting back into the Big Bash League, but we're very much looking forward to giving a young, inclusive, innovative look for the tests, something we're really, really relishing. And of course, we will look after the one-dayers and the T20s. In this deal, we have digital rights exclusively. This is very important for Foxtel. Foxtel is a streaming company. The IQ streams, putting things on demand, being able to bring the world's best content into one place is certainly part of our vision for Foxtel, and this cricket deal is one of many initiatives that we'll have going forward. So no matter whether you're a fanatic fan or a follower, no matter whether you love fun or like being serious with your cricket, Fox Cricket will be that place, will be that home, and we are looking very much forward to working with the Seven Network on growing fans of cricket, and I think at Fox Sports and Foxtel we certainly can do that, given the immense amount of sport together with our movies and drama. That's all I'd like to say. Over to you, Tim.
Thanks, Patrick. Look, just on behalf of Seven and just quickly, this is a great deal for our viewers, our advertisers, our shareholders, and also I have to say for the game. It's the first time for Seven that we're going to have both cricket and AFL. So the entire year, the leading sports codes will be on Seven, live and free. And they're going to be on the #1 network. And really, this deal is the foundation of our company for the next 5 years. It's going to guarantee us audiences for the next 5 years. I can't tell you what Married at First Sight or My Kitchen Rules is going to be rating in a few years. I do know roughly what Collingwood versus Adelaide is going to rate tonight, and I can tell you it'll be rating that well, if not better, in 5 years. And for us, this deal is about certainty. It's the foundation of the transformation that's going on at Seven. It gives us over 400 hours of premium sport. And when you think about that and think about something like the Australian Open, which has significantly less number of hours, say 14 nights We're getting about 70 days / nights for what we've paid. We think it's a great deal for us. We're looking forward to working with Fox Sports. We already do that very effectively with AFL. We're looking forward to producing this game together. We think we're going to work even more closely on this sport in order to effect cost reductions for both of us. That's going to be important, again, for the future of our company. But look, we're just looking forward to giving cricket the Seven treatment. We feel as though we have continued to challenge ourselves to get better at producing sport, whether that be the Winter Olympics, the AFL, the Rugby League World Cup, or the Commonwealth Games that are going on right now. And we're about to challenge ourselves again with cricket. Certainly have had a lot of people from within our organisation already contacting me with ideas, and certainly the phone's been going off today with people who see themselves as the next face of Sevens cricket. But we're very excited and looking forward to it.
All right. Ross Greenwood from the Nine Network. Just first question is in regards to anti-siphoning and one-day cricket. Has the Communications Minister changed the anti-siphoning list to take one-day cricket off that list at this stage?
No, we've certainly worked through all of the necessary regulatory requirements in regards to the one-day internationals and the T20s.
Is the list changed or not? At this stage, is that list changed?
No, the list hasn't changed.
List hasn't changed. So one-day cricket is still on the anti-siphoning list, is that right?
One-day cricket is listed, but we've worked through all of the regulatory requirements to find a balance that allows more cricket to be televised than ever before. More cricket is to be televised across the board, but also on free-to-air television. We see this as an outstanding result for Australian cricket fans.
James, but just one thing about that. Didn't you say that Fox Sports or Foxtel is exclusively doing the one-day cricket? That won't be on Seven.
The one-day internationals will be on Fox Sports, and we've worked through a process with Seven and with Fox Sports to arrive at a landing spot that's in accordance with the regulatory requirements.
Have you run that past the government, James? I mean, has the Communications Minister approved it? It's definitely those two events are on the anti-siphoning list. They should be free to all Australians, not just to subscriber-paying Foxtel customers.
Certainly the Minister is aware of that, and we've worked through, it's our obligation to work within the regulatory requirements, as it is indeed for my colleagues on left and right here. And we've certainly done that, but what we have been all about through this process is about arriving at a landing spot that allows more cricket to be televised and broadcast, more accessible, and certainly on free-to-air television there will be more cricket than we've ever seen before.
Ross, we're big supporters of the anti-siphoning list, of course, and this is no different to AFL, and I would ask you to consider what would have happened with this deal if there was no anti-siphoning list.
I understand that, but I'm trying to get to the actual law as it stands right now, which says that one-day cricket must be broadcast on free-to-air television. I'm trying to figure out where it's going to be broadcast on free-to-air television unless the Minister makes a change to the anti-siphoning laws.
I don't think there is a need for a change. It's an arrangement which has been reached. It's not dissimilar to what happens with other events that are on the list. And as I say, we are very big supporters of the anti-siphoning list for very good reasons. In fact, that list is why I'm sitting here right now.
Tim, what will you do with tennis next summer and who gets the primary channel?
We're here to talk about cricket, and because that is the premier sport over summer, but apparently it's worth about 50% more than we paid for it, so there might be a deal to be done there. But, I mean, we'll let the dust settle on this and see what happens there.
James, is it true that as recently as last night you had a handshake agreement with Channel 10 to be the free-to-air partner for this deal?
We've worked through a process over the course of the last few weeks with, as I said, a number of parties that have been very interested in our rights, and it's been a rigorous process and a long process, and we're appreciative of the interest that all parties have shown in our rights. I'm not going to go into the details of the negotiations and how we arrived at the outcome, but suffice to say we're very comfortable with the process that we've worked through.
Hi, Jen Duke from the Sydney Morning Herald. What would you say to Australians who can't afford Foxtel and want to watch one days?
Who want to watch one days?
Yeah.
Well, I think the starting point is the breadth of cricket, as I said earlier on, the breadth of cricket, the amount of cricket that's going to be broadcast extensively across the summer between Fox and Seven is higher than has ever been before. On top of that, there's more cricket on free-to-air television than there has ever been before. The commitment to women's cricket is something that is unprecedented, not just for cricket, but for any other sport. 23 women's Big Bash League matches, all women's international matches will be broadcast on free television, as they will be simulcast on Fox. It's an outstanding result for cricket. It's an outstanding result for cricket fans, and certainly for the women's game and women's sport in this country, it's a big step forward.
For those who want to watch one day, as they now have to cough up, that's what you're telling us.
That is a change to the arrangements that have been there previously. But what we're very pleased about is for cricket fans, they have the opportunity to watch more cricket. And the thing about cricket is that there are different formats and different opportunities to engage with the game, and it'll be readily accessible in other areas as well.
James, Scott Bailey from Australian Associated Press. Given there'll be no 50-over cricket available on free-to-air TV across any, whether that's domestically or I guess internationally, does that point somewhere to, I guess, the future of the 50-over game in this country?
Oh, look, I don't think so, not necessarily. And I think Patrick can talk to the ideas and the enhancements to what Fox are looking to in the future, and I think that's part of the appeal to us as the Fox business model unfolds in time. The accessibility to cricket fans and sports fans around the country is something that we've taken full account of as we've worked through this process and come to a landing spot that we're very comfortable for Australian cricket fans.
Tim, obviously Nine swooped in and grabbed the tennis from us last month. This is some counterpunch. Putting the two products side by side, how happy are you to have cricket instead of tennis?
Well, we're much happy. Financially, this is a much better deal for Seven West Media than what we had with tennis. But as I say, I'm not really here to talk about them, but you just need to look at the number of hours that we are getting under this deal, and also the fact that so many of those hours are daytime hours, but you get to charge primetime rates for them. And that is a huge factor in our thinking when arriving at bidding for something like this.
James, the Australian newspaper, you've got a record deal here, $1.2 billion by doing a deal across pay TV and free-to-air. What does that mean for women's cricket, grassroots cricket? And is the decision to go with new broadcast partners an opportunity to reset after the cheating scandal on the tour of South Africa and turn the page and have a fresh start for the whole sport?
Look, it's a very exciting time as we look forward to have new partners, and that's not in any way to take credit away from our previous partners that I acknowledged in my opening remarks. Cricket's been through a tough couple of weeks. But we also know that cricket is extremely resilient as a sport, and the reaction we've seen from the Australian public from the events in Cape Town is actually, it actually recognises or is testimony to the extent to which the Australian public really cares about cricket and care about Australian cricket teams. And to that end, we've obviously got some rebuilding to do, but it's something that we've spoken to both Fox and Seven about. We're delighted to have them as partners. They're committed to us rebuilding that trust and confidence, not just for Cricket Australia as an organisation and cricket as a sport, but also through our players. And we're very, very much looking forward to that opportunity.
It's Andrew Robertson from the ABC. You've clearly made a trade-off between money and audience, because you're going to have a lot smaller audience for the matches that are only shown on Foxtel, say, one-day internationals. What was the thinking behind it?
Well, let's see how the audiences actually unfold over time, so let's just reserve judgment on that.
If I could say something, actually, if you make an assumption that Foxtel will be the only broadcaster of these rights, that might be so, but our strategy actually is to use streaming to get to a broader audience, the other 75%. And those plans that we've got, will be forthcoming in the coming months, but there is a very strong strategy inside the merged company, that we have Foxtel, which faces the public. We will also have streaming services. We have a lot of rights for sports stream, movie streams and drama stream. And when we move into sports, we cause a lot more money to come from the sports. We cause consumers to have more choice. They'll be able to choose between whether they want to watch Seven or Fox. They'll be able to choose whether they want to watch all sorts of new shows. There will be competition in the broadcast. Grassroots will be nourished. Women's sport will be nourished. The whole cycle gets far more money. More things will go to air that never went to air before on the Fox Cricket Channel. So the whole thing, I don't think you should assume the reach will be the same. The reach will change.
The figures, though, show that Foxtel has a few 100,000 for its top-rated program, Seven has a few million. So, I mean, that's fine in theory. How as cricket, I mean, you've obviously decided to sacrifice viewership for revenue.
Oh, look, I think it's a matter of striking the balance, and I don't think, perhaps I might just repeat what I said earlier on. We have more cricket on free-to-air television this next summer and for the next 5 years after that than we have ever had before. So I don't think you can automatically assume from there that the reach is going to go down. The reach is actually going to increase. We've got more. Tim talked about the amount of cricket that's going to be on Seven. We are very excited about the opportunity. Sure, this is a significant uplift in revenue, and we're delighted that that's going to power our strategy going forward. But at the same time, we've balanced that very carefully with the opportunity to grow the amount of cricket that is freely accessible to the Australian public through our partnership with Seven.
Patrick, you're heading towards an IPO and this is a significant adding to the cost base. Are you confident that you can grow your subscribers enough to cover that? And how do we factor churn into this as well? Can you expect to see more people stay with Foxtel over the summer?
That's exactly what we expect. If you think about our sports offering, it's very, very strong, you know, from March right through to October. And then in October we say, see you later, see you next March when you can jump on the train. The cricket has a very, very strong cohort into our NRL and AFL products as well as motorsport. Now this means that our subscribers have a very strong sports service for the whole year round. But importantly, it is just one brick that we'll be building of future initiatives in the next 12 months that will lead back to growth. Businesses to list need to be growing. We will be growing both our Foxtel business and new streaming businesses. And so this is a very important moment for us in that transition.
Tim, can I just ask you, no one's been quite open about the fact that it's lost money out of this Ashes series that it's just gone through in the summer. Now, given the fact that you are going to be paying more, yes, you will have Big Bash as well, but you'll be paying more, but you'll also be sharing audience with Foxtel. Can you just explain to me how you anticipate making money when no one has admitted it can't make money during the most popular series, the Ashes series?
Well, we're not necessarily paying more, and per hour I would say that we're paying less, but I mean I'm not going to get into that here. What I will tell you is that our business plan for this deal, we took into account what Nine has been writing on cricket and what 10 has been writing on cricket. And our business plan has actually used revenue projections that are below those numbers, and we're going to back ourselves to beat them. That's how we're going to make money out of this.
Last one for Tim and Patrick, a question for both of you. I guess cricket fans will probably be asking, will they hear the familiar voices they've heard for the past 40 or 4 years, be that through 9 and 10, will that continue? And also, obviously in NRL, we have different commentary teams for Fox and Channel 9. Would we like to see the same commentary teams or different commentary teams between Seven and Fox?
I've been hearing a few of them on my voicemail today. I don't know about you.
I've had someone working on it for a while. But yeah, you'll hear different commentary teams. Consumers will have choice under this deal. And I think that's one of the great things for fans and for growing Australia's favourite sport. As for who they are, all I know is our team will look young and inclusive. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with a bit of grey hair in that. You know, never underestimate the power of wisdom. And I'm sure Tim feels the same way. But it's a little early to be talking about who the commentators are.
Will there be women in the commentary box?
Of course.
Thanks very much, everyone.
An historic day, and we just heard from Seven West CEO Tim Warner there. It's an exciting day for the network. I love my cricket. So many people at Seven, having covered a number of Ashes tours and World Cups. And for cricket to be heading to Seven, the new free-to-air home, is, as I said, a very historic day, a very exciting day for everyone here. And tell you what, we're buzzing already with these Commonwealth Games. And we'll have all the details of that deal, where you can see cricket over the next 6 years, beginning with the summer, as I mentioned, a big test series against India. Virat Kohli got so much class, and with senior correspondent Chris Rees, we'll have all those details on 7 News. He was at that media conference. You would have heard Chris's questions. So we'll have the very, very latest on 7 News at 6. Just recapping very quickly, though, as far as tests go, all tests over the summer. As far as women's cricket goes, and they are absolutely flying, our women's cricket team, tests and also Big Bash, Women's Big Bash League matches, and then 43 Big Bash League matches as far as men's are concerned. So it's a huge thing. It's Australia's #1 summer sport, and it reaffirms our status as the home of sport. Winx, of course, tomorrow in horse racing, the Queen Elizabeth Stakes going for 25 in a row. Collingwood, Adelaide tonight, AFL. As I said, we are the home of sport, and we cannot wait to welcome cricket to the screens of Seven. Still plenty to come on day 9 of the Commonwealth Games for 2018.